Okay, she says we're ready. All right, I call to order a regular council meeting on this Monday, November 25th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. We stand for our pledge to our flag, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Counselor Miller,
Here.
Counselor Proctor,
Present.
Counselor Lacewell. Present. Counselor Baber.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
First item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. I would request a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Counselor Baber,
Aye.
Counselor Proctor,
Aye.
Counselor Miller,
Aye.
Counselor Lacewell. Aye.
Next is approval of the consent agenda. I would request a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Counselor Proctor,
Aye.
Counselor Miller,
Aye.
Counselor Baber,
Aye.
Counselor Lacewell. Aye. Motion carried.
Next on the agenda is public comments. We don't have much public here, but is there anyone that would like to address the council? Okay, next is councilors' comments. Councilors. Yes, sir.
We've got tonight, we've got the scheduled meetings for 2025 coming up into 26 or till the end of 26. And I just wanted to read this one little paragraph here. It's 2023 New Mexico State Statute, Chapter 3, Municipalities, Article 12, Governing Body Municipalities, Section 3-12-3, Governing Body. And it is under, let me get it here, put my glasses on real quick, apologize for that. D, and it goes on to the reference annotations. Canceling regular scheduled meetings. Action by the governing body and not the mayor acting alone is necessary to cancel a regular scheduled meeting. This 1971 Office Attorney General number 7-71-46. That's the law. So it takes this council to counsel a meeting that is scheduled, and we're fixing to schedule it well for a year.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Councilman.
I think-
a new attorney? He's
No.
He's what?
No.
He's what?
He's on Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't hear, I guess. Okay. Hi, John.
Hi, counselors. Hi, Mr. Mayor.
Hello.
I can't find my page.
How you getting along?
Well, still alive.
You didn't hurt the curb, did you?
I wasn't being smart, I was being serious.
They tell me I'm going to make it. So I'm hoping to be back in the office next week. But thank you for asking.
And I just heard, sorry to hear about that, John. Falling
very-
hurts.
It's not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
I know, I've done it before. It hurts. Sorry, gosh.
Thank you very much.
Any other?
I can't.
Here's comments, none.
What did I do with it?
New business, item 9. Is item A is a resolution 2024-23. A resolution establishing the city of Rio Downs governing body meetings, committee and board meetings and public notice requirements. Yes, Counselor.
I move that we open it up for discussion and possible action. So under discussion, can I start discussion? Is it okay if I start the discussion?
All right, certainly, okay.
Right off the bat, at the very top, you know, whereas. Anyway, under the last whereas, section 1015-1, it requires that we have this resolution operating, telling us what the public meeting notice is going to be. And it says right there in the middle, the affected body shall determine at least annually in a public meeting what notice for a public meeting is reasonable when applied to that body. And we should have been allowed to do this in January. And waiting until November to do it is not the way it should be done with a new council. Because as a new council, we are the affected body. And we should have been able to determine publicly what we want to do.
You did it several times, Miss.
No, we never did it. And I mentioned it at the meeting at the very beginning, on January 8th, that this was supposed to be here.
Well, that's kind of funny how you have like 4 resolutions that were adopted by this governing body on this specific item.
And we had to fight.
And they're listed on the website if you would like to watch it.
Right, we didn't get to do this on January 8th. Which is what we should have done it. We had to
His
fight
fault.
and fight and fight.
But that's not what's on the table today. What's on the table today is resolution 2423.
But that's right. I was just trying to make the point.
Okay. Point made. Okay, yes, let's get action on the agenda and let's get that out of the way.
Okay, next, counselors, I'd like to point out on regular meetings, number 2, regular meetings. Letter B is new. That's never been on the written way on the resolution before. But letter B is an absolute redundant repetition of number 14. So my recommendation is that we leave this statement where it's at. It makes a lot of sense to have it here. But then delete number 14, which is just a duplication.
Repetitive, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Repetitive,
Proctor?
those two statements are repetitive, right?
Right.
So we don't need both of them at the same time. So
Right.
do away with 14 and keep B where it's at.
That's my recommendation. Any other discussion?
I think that's something to go with.
It is exactly the same.
Yep.
Okay. So, when we get ready to make the motion to adopt it, Ellie, do we specifically mention this, or are you making corrections as we go?
You have to state it within the motion.
Okay.
Well, you can do that.
All right, and the next thing, counselors, if you look at number 12. Number 12 is the notice requirements, and it's been changed and the word post office has been removed. Being a person who wasn't used to checking the internet all the time to see what was going on with the city, and knowing there's a lot of senior citizens in our city, taking post office off of there, I think should be put back on.
It's still on there.
It's on 12.
I stand corrected. Thank you very much.
It's on.
I missed that. And finally, the last one, counselors, under number 2, letter C. That's number 2, letter C. The last line is new, and that's never been on one of these resolutions before. And it says pursuant to the City of Rio Doce Downs Code of Ordinance, section 31.2, letter D. Request for placements on the agenda, items on the agenda to be approved by the mayor. That's never been there before. I recommend that we take off that sentence. It's in our ordinances, and I don't think it needs to be on here.
Make a motion.
Well, is there any discussion? You all
No,
feel like?
well, it's in the state ordinance, so we don't need any resolution.
Yes, in our city ordinance. Councilor Miller, do you have anything?
No. This is not for the public that just comes in to have a chance to say something. It's for somebody who put it on the agenda, right? To have it put on the agenda. Yeah, pre-agenda deadline. That's, okay. But the others that come in and just want to talk, all they have to do is sign their name, right?
It's just referring to the city ordinances. That's all it's doing,
Okay.
just like
Okay.
the resolution is.
Well, I just didn't want the people to think they had to write a summary of what they're gonna talk
Just-
about, just to
just
come in.
Like the resolution. is
Okay,
referring to state
got it.
ordinances.
Got it.
Okay,
Councilors, is there anyone else who has a?
No, I just think,
yes, sir.
I just think that anything that's covered by state statutes, that we don't need to double whammy us with putting it on in a resolution, because it's already covered by state statute and we have to follow state statute, so just repeating something.
Mayor, you gotta make a motion?
I would love it. And thank you for your statement. Yeah, there's no sense if it's already covered, you know, we have tendency to overdo do things
I'm
like that.
taking an ass whipping for two things, for the same thing twice.
Yeah.
That's just the way.
Okay,
And I move that we accept resolution 2024-23, a resolution establishing the city of Rio Dos Downs governing body meetings, committee and board meetings, public notice with the following changes. Remove letter 14 and remove the sentence in number 2, letter C, that starts off pursuant to city ordinance. Pursuant to the city of Rio Dos Downs Code of Ordinance, section 31.02, letter D, request for placements of agendas, items on the agenda shall be approved by the mayor. So delete that sentence and remove number 14.
is there a second?
Delete
I'll
the
second
sentence
that.
or delete the whole letter C.
Delete the sentence that starts off pursuant, the last sentence, delete the last sentence of letter C.
Not the whole.
Not the whole C.
Not letter C, not the whole, just the last sentence.
I thought it was exactly the same.
Yeah, that's why I thought we were removing all of C.
Yeah,
Just-
let's remove all of C.
No, why, you don't need to move all of C, just
Just-
the added sentence that was put on there, and then it's just like it was last time, with the exception, we've got the minutes and stuff on this one, saying that we could hold a workshop on, when you like, you said, on the second Monday, fourth Monday. And it's taking that off of what Jody was saying, it's just,
Can you please restate your motion?
Yeah, please. I'm confused too. I thought it was all exactly the same.
Okay, here we go.
We're leaving letter C in, we're just taking out.
Never did
this
get-
right here is never been. All right, so I move.
Oh, it's B. It's not C.
It's, yeah, letter C. All right, I move that we approve resolution number 2024-23, a resolution establishing the city of Rio Dos Downs governing body meetings, committee and board meetings, and public notice requirements with the following changes. Remove section 14 in its entirety and amend number 2, letter C, to delete the last sentence, which states pursuant to the city of Rio Dos Downs Code of Ordinance, section 31.02, letter D, request for placement of items on the agenda shall be approved by the mayor.
I'll second that motion stated.
Counselor Miller,
I,
Counselor Baber, Counselor Proctor,
Aye.
Counselor Lakeland.
Aye.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
That takes us to item 10 and that's adjourned and we are adjourned.
Thank you, John.
Take care, John.
Thank you very much. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
you too.
Yeah, everybody have a
That's what
good
I
Thursday.